Hi everyone, Jennifer back with you today to share the B side to a two-page layout. I'm going to include a picture here of the A side, and I'll include a link to the process video to that side in the information box below this one. So here's the A side that I created for a challenge by Tracy Banks, who's MercyTiara. She just started a new group and has a different challenge every month, and the information and the links to that are in the information box below the A side video. So here I'm just going to start by showing you again some of the products I carried over from the A side that I'm going to incorporate on the B side. Some old chatterbox, some old little yellow bicycle, some cut files, some old EK Success, and the pictures are old. So both Tracy Banks, who's MercyTiara, and Nicole Jones, who's Nicole Jones 911, they both have Facebook groups and YouTube channels. I'll include the links below, are encouraging us to use old product and old photos. And that is not a problem for me because I have a lot of both. So I'll talk about the pictures a little bit later when I'm getting ready to put them on the page. I'm starting here with this flower background paper by Little Yellow Bicycle, and I'm going to layer some of the torn green paper and then this polka dot paper on that. This layout is for my daughter. I have some of the same photos that are my son is more predominant in, so I will be creating a layout with these pictures for him, and of course there'll be more papers will be more for boy. So I'll be sharing that probably next. So I just tore the green paper because I did it on the other side, and I'm incorporating some of this polka dot paper because I used it on the other side. When I do a two-page layout, I just try to incorporate similar products. I don't necessarily make sure that everything goes. I just like it to feel similar. So I carry over the same papers and the same embellishments, and I am mindful about how I place the photos also. So I played around with how to place these three for quite a while, so I spared you that, but here I'm still kind of playing around and trying to figure out how I want them. Sorry, I was grabbing the A side so I could look at it while I'm talking to you. So if you looked at the A side when I showed the picture of it at the beginning of the photo, I put three pictures all the same size right next to each other in a row. So I wanted to change that up a little bit on this side, knowing that it was going to go, they were going to be next to each other. So I kind of created a little grouping of the three of them on this side just to change it up. I love this cut file of a film strip, and I got it in the Silhouette store. I actually got two. There's another one that has less spaces around the circle. So if you wanted to put bigger embellishments or something in the spaces that go all the way around it, you could. But this was just laying on my desk when I was working on this layout, so I grabbed it and thought it looked cute there. So I've done my journaling ahead of time on some of the lined paper, which was the background paper for the other side, and I stitched around it and left the threads up in the right hand corner, which is where I began and ended. And I just did two messy line stitches around it. So I'm going to layer that below the photos. And then I've also punched some more of these little polka dots. If you watched the first video, I did that quite a bit and placed them around the page. And I did a few more here, and I'm just going to place a few of them in between some of the breaks in my journaling. Those polka dots are punched from that pink polka dot paper. So these are old photos of my kids who are now 19 and 24. And I'm just trying to really get some older film pictures of them scrapbooked. And so it's been really fun to go back and see these pictures. I should read you the journaling. It says, Gabby and Sky love playing at Grandma and Grandpa's house. Grandpa is an avid golfer, so the kids love knocking the ball around. If you don't have a hole to aim for, an empty pop box works just fine. So then I used some of those word stickers from Bella Boulevard, that's the guacamole, and it says, the ones that I used above the journaling say fun details. So I think they had 2 pop boxes out there in the yard. I think Skylar put a white sign on one of them that had his name, and then one for Gabby that has her name. And I just love that top photo. I actually didn't have 2 of those, and I wanted that photo on both of their layouts. So I took a picture of the picture and then printed it on my selfie so that I had one for both layouts, because that's one of the only pictures that they're both in. So that's why the coloring is a little bit different from the 2 below it, but it works, and I got it on the layout. I wasn't happy with that photo from the moment I put it down, and I realized it's because I put it down flat. So the 2 small ones are flat, and then I just pulled that one up and put it on some dimensional tape. That heart chipboard sticker is from the EK Success package of chipboard words. There were a few shapes on it. And then I took another Bella Boulevard sticker word that says snapshots and put that on top of the heart. And then I'm just putting one of the epoxy stickers from Little Yellow Bicycle and another one of those polka dots that I punched from the paper, and I'm placing them down in that small cluster underneath the journaling. Then I cut this out. This cut file is also from the Silhouette store. And I couldn't decide if I wanted white or pink. I felt like they both kind of washed out. The pink one I liked the best, but on top of that pink flower, it was kind of hard to see the first part of it. So then I thought, well, they were a little bit different in size. So I just placed the pink one on the white one, so it's kind of got a little bit of a shadow behind it. And then when I go to place it on the page, I think that helps it pop where the pink is on pink, because you see a little sliver of the white behind it. I cut these potty people and the plus sign from a cut file that has quite a few different things on it, and it's mostly about home. These were cut from the center of a heart, and I do not know who that cut file is by. I thought it was by Just Nick, but I talked to Nicole because I didn't see it in her shop, and we couldn't figure it out. So if she did do it, she might have done it for somebody else, and I might have got it from another website. So potty people you can find if you go into the Silhouette store and just search potty people. Now I'm going to work on my title, which I did ahead of time and put on some wax paper so that I could move it around and see exactly where I wanted it. And I put Grandma's house. I thought, well, I probably should put Grandma and Grandpa's house, but it was too long. And whenever you refer to your kids being at their Grandma and Grandpa's house, you know, on anything, it's usually Grandma's house. So here I'm finishing up, and I'm going to pull over the A side so you can see them side by side. And then I'm going to show you some close-ups of the one that I just finished, so you can see the clusters and the stitching a little bit closer up. But please, if you didn't watch the A-side video, I'll include a link to that below. There's more information there about the challenges and things on MercyTiara's new challenge and group. So we'd love for you to join us. Thanks for joining me today for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.